does it. I did a whole class without it having gone on, and I was like, damn, it was a really good class too. Oh well. So we're gonna do some lymph to start out. Like I feel like, I don't know, that the COVID thing, long-term COVID. So we're gonna do lymph and breath just for a beginning, a start in the beginning. Okay, so we'll start with the breathing first, and then we'll do the lymph. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do coherent breathing, which is an inhale for 6 and an exhale for 6, but we're gonna move. So we're gonna do, normally we do the breath up. If you need to do it faster, by all means, go as fast as you need to. So exhale everything out, and then inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can make it bigger. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really surrender at the bottom. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3. Knees are bent. 4, 5, 6. Shift from side to side. So coherent breathing is so good for our heart. It helps regulate our heart with our respiration, with our endocrine system. Everything gets coherent, meaning working together, bringing it into center and roll it up. And you can do the coherent breathing with walking, where you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on an inhale, 6 on an exhale. So you're just balancing out your whole system through the breath. It is, I think, the most important practice to learn. That will help lower your blood pressure, help balance things out when you're getting janky, like, bring it back in. All right, rubbing your hands together. And we're going to take the right hands to the upper left quadrant, right around the clavicle. So we're going, this is the lymph flush. This hand is rubbing, and this is for Donna, who I ran into this morning. This is for that subclavian vein where the blood is the lymph is returning back into the bloodstream. And this is the main gate back into the castle. So we want to make sure that this gate is open. Otherwise, we have a clusterfuck, right? And things don't get through. I love that word. Words, those 2 words. You can turn your head around. Let there be movement inside as well as this movement on the surface. So we're sandwiching it. We're giving it every possibility to clear. Same thing on the other side. Yeah, so that coherent breathing, sometimes I do it before I get out of bed in the morning. Like I start sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 5 minutes. And I also sometimes do it at night. And if you really want to get exciting about it, you could do box breathing, where you inhale for 6, hold for 6, exhale for 6, hold for 6. But that's kind of more intense. Just the plain old coherent breathing is probably the best thing that you can do, in my opinion. Of course, other people want to do bigger things or something more exciting, but I feel like just calming down and regulating, like that's going to drop you down into a place where your parasympathetic nervous system can rest and digest, soothe, and settle, right? If we don't get into that parasympathetic place, we're not processing things as well. All right, next place is armpit peck. You can kind of grab it, make a sandwich it. Delicious armpit peck meat in your sandwich. Anthony and I watched, we didn't watch the whole thing. We watched the second half, or the 2/3 of Clockwork Orange last night. And let me just tell you, there are a lot of naked boobs in that movie. A lot of ladies with their boobs out. And it was weirdly also kind of, because it's so, let's go to the other side. I mean, it's an art movie. And it's super violent. Everything that goes on in there is kind of horrible. And yet there's something very Monty Python about it, and about the acting and about the way that they're, it's very British. It's very, it's just weird. Anyway, I'm sure most of you probably don't want to watch Clockwork Orange, but I had weird dreams about boobs because of that movie. That's all I'm going to say. All right, coming into the center, xiphoid process, belly button, right in the middle. That's your cisterna chyli. You want to get in there, biggest lymph node in the body. And I'm just digging in there. It's kind of deep in, so I'm kind of curling and letting my fingers enter. So I'm not armoring against it. I'm softening and letting that movement come in, squishing around. And anytime you notice like, oh, this is uncomfortable or whatever, see if you can just exhale and let it be easier. Also, we don't, oh, you know what I skipped? I skipped these up here. That's so interesting. It's because I was telling you stories about boobs and Clockwork Orange. So we're going to come back, shake it out. We're going to come back to this top one just for a second. So this is point number 1. I got all distracted. Boobs, they distract everyone, even people who have them. And then we're going to go up to here, the angle of the jaw. This is point number 2. And really, you could go here and down or here and up, but it's nice to go here, up, and then take it back down. So angle of the jaw, these lymph nodes that everybody goes, oh, I'm sick. I can feel that puffy lymph node. That's up there. Slow it down for these. So right around the angle of the jaw, and then you can go right under that ridge of your jawline. Yeah, I have one in there that is almost always really pronounced. So when you start to know what's going on in your body, you're like, oh, it's kind of always like that. You don't worry about it as much. Or you're like, oh, I really need to fix that thing because I'm noticing this thing is going on. All right, shake that out. And as we're coming back down, we're just going to stop here at the K27 points. So here's your collarbones, just a little underneath that. There should be a sort of indentation circling around in those K27 points. And then we're just going to draw out. You're just going to pull across under your collarbone, pulling out. So this is like fascia in here. And this, especially for breathing, like if we get, contracted or in here, then our pecs get tight. So just pulling out across underneath there. We're doing a more thorough job today because I forgot to do those ones. Imperfection. Oh no. Okay, and then thyroid thumb. See if you can get some vibration in your body with sound. Okay, and then we're going to get back down. We've just come back. We're going to skip the armpits because we just did a whole bunch of chest. Back to the cisterna chyli for just 1 second. So I just added a whole bunch of extra things in there. And then we're going to go to the inguinal fold, right in that fold above your leg, between your pubic bone and your hip bone. Lots of lymph nodes in there. Relax your tongue, neck, and throat. And then behind your knees, so behind the eye of your knee. So the other day, I was moaning about this top because it had like the racer back and it was hurting my shoulder. So I just wanted to show you my quick fix. I just cut out the back so that now it's like over my shoulders. It's not in there, not going right over my traps. So, I was like, oh, I could give it away, or I could just make it work for me. So it's called customization. And I did that. Shake everything out, shake and bounce. Let it go. Really waking up your whole kinesphere. Free flow. Circles, twisting, spiraling. Looking around behind you. Squishing out the whole series of lymph that is, I think it's kind of, I'm not going to say anything about it. Just we have a bunch of it in our back. When we spiral, we're giving it a chance to sort of squish around. I want to say that it's behind, it's underneath our ribs. I think it is, but I could be wrong about that. So the facts come and they go. All right, let's take it down to the floor. What did I call this? I called this lymph, legs, and breath. So we did some breath and we did some lymph and we did some extra stuff. Let's take it down all the way to the floor. And actually we'll start this with this one more breathing exercise here. So let's just lift and lower a few times. So you're warming up your back. You can roll up and down, or you can just push and unfold in the hips and fold it back down. I feel like there's great benefit to both of these versions. Rolling up, vertebra by vertebra can be great, but so is just pushing and unfolding. So play back and forth with those for a few breaths. Just feeling what's different. And then even, I think I learned in gyrokinesis teacher training that a way of rolling up and then arching up and over to come down. So it's like you're going through this wave, and instead of rolling down through your spine, you're keeping your chest lifted as your tail drops down. So many possible ways of moving, right? From the top to the bottom, from the bottom to the top, keeping those patterns as we go up and down. All right, so now we're going to do this breath thing that I learned from Leslie Kaminoff at his workshop in Berkeley recently. And so we're going to press up somewhere. It doesn't have to be your highest, but somewhere where you're comfortable. And then you're going to take a deep breath in and let your chest really come up towards your chin. Then you're going to exhale about 2/3 of your breath out, or 3/4. And then you're going to keep that exhale, keep that breath hold, roll it down through your spine all the way down to the bottom. When you hit the bottom, you're going to let your spine relax. You'll come to a neutral pelvis. And then you're going to inhale and let everything fill back up. And then take a couple resting breaths. It creates kind of a vacuum. Everything kind of gets sucked in. And in a weird way, our organs already are vacuum packed. They're not going to fall out. Like there's a pressure system that's holding them in. Even if we are cut open, they don't just all fall out. Like that is not the way our bodies work. All right, so let's do it again. Take it up any way you want to be, any way you want to get up there. Take a deep breath in, chest to your chin. Now keep that length. So keep your chest towards your chin as you exhale. So you're pulling it up as you're exhaling. Then roll it down through your spine with the breath hold. Relax at the bottom, come back to neutral. And then breathe. Let the breath come in. So it's like your body has created this vacuum and then the air just draws right in. Shake it all out, shake it out. Free up your head-tail connection. Last one. Roll it up through your spine. Deep breath in. Sorry, exhale it out. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And then deep breath in. Chest comes up to your chin. You keep that length. Chest stays up to your chin as you exhale out. So you're pulling up as you're exhaling out, and then roll it down. When you hit the bottom, relax and inhale. I taught this in my class at the gym, and people were taking like 20 years to roll down vertebra by vertebra. Don't take forever, just long enough that you can feel yourself move down. Like, it's not that we're trying to hold our breath for 20 minutes. It's just quick. Let it come down and then let yourself fill back up. All right, hands on your knees, big circles, lubricating up your hip sockets, releasing your back, letting this massage through your spine. So I feel like if we spent 1/2 or even 1/4 or even 1/8 the time on breath practices that we do on training our abs, we would be much, much healthier, right? Like all of this constriction and pulling in and engaging is not necessarily the most healthy thing to spend your life doing. Do it some of the time, but not all of the time. All right. That's very Victorian thinking, like rigid bodies, right? We don't need those. We don't need to be in a corset or have the tiniest little waist in the world where our organs are all completely squished. Hands behind your head, flex your feet on top. Let's point down. You're going to point and cross over. Inhale up, exhale, point and cross. Inhale, reach it out, open it up, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, reach it out, long legs, flex to the ceiling, reach, inhale, reach, inhale, reach, inhale. I'm reaching one leg really down, so it's just off the floor, and I can feel the front of my body really long, and my leg is connected almost straight down below me. So it's not up here, it's down there, long through my psoas. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax. Drop it down. And we're going to knee drop from side to side, loose and easy, finding a nice spiral. Relaxing your feet, relaxing your hips, relaxing your lower back. Turning your head away from your legs if that feels good. So you get a full spiral through your spine. But as easy and relaxed as possible, right? We don't want to, a lot of sort of Western exercise is to expend all your energy, but sometimes Eastern exercise is to increase your energy. So you're not you're not burning it all out. Just the way that we think about it is very different. So like for me, I am moving so that I can continue to move and so that I can do all my harder things. All right, taking arms up to the side, knees up, spiraling from side to side, right? So a lot of this class is to hydrate the tissue, to get the fascia going, not to give you the like, I'm going to burn 10,000 calories workout. If you're breathing well, if you're using your breath, you're going to be burning calories in a much healthier way than if you're holding and contracting all the time. But I feel like, to me, it's not about burning calories at all. It's about having a fluid system that's working. And bring it in. And let's take it up and do a happy baby pose. Wiggle around in your baby. Some free flow in your baby. Whatever that means to you. Oh, and I have to say, so me and Georgina, who is in my class right now that you can't see in TV land, are both performing down in the city today. And my back is a little tweaked from one of the partnering things that we do. I'm in a forward fold, and then basically Cassie is sitting on me, and then I come up into like an L shape. And anyway, if we're well situated, it doesn't hurt at all. But if we force it, it's not comfortable. So that's one of the things that happens a lot with partnering or with even dancing. Like you have to learn the technique. And if you do it kind of wrong, it hurts. Press up your pelvis, big circles. So all of this movement should help us move better, right? We're learning patterning that's healthy in our joints, in our tissues, and in our system, right? Tension patterns are held in the nervous system and the fascia. And if we move the nervous system and the fascia, we can give them more fluidity and more availability to different possibilities instead of I must be like this all the time. We've got, no, I could be like this, I could be like that. There's more resilience in our bodies. Let's roll from side to side, going onto one side, open up, and take it onto the other side. Opening, 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 closing. And this is massaging out your back. You could do it with your legs staying bent and relax your head and neck into the floor as much as you can, or you can be more active, really opening and closing. Good. And let's come in and go with both legs, big circles. So hands maybe slightly underneath your butt. These could be small circles. You could go small, but I'm going to go big. And I'm also going to roll up, opening out, taking it down. So I'm rolling up, pushing with my arms. You do not have to do that. You can keep your butt on the floor. The rolling up version is more work, but I'm also trying to get that tweak out of my back. So moving through is helpful for me. You can come up pointed and then flex to come down, pointing up, flexing down, getting the feet and the toes involved. One more. And just shake it all out. Arms, legs, head, let it go. Tongue, jaw, throat relaxed. It's not that we want our tongue always relaxed in our mouth. Like, different people say different things. Some say your tongue should be resting gently on the roof of your mouth, right? And your soft palate. You can feel what that does. But we want to be able to relax it sometimes also. All right, let's take, if you have weights, grab your weights. I'm going to use 2 3-pound weights, holding them together. Knees together, feet turned in. So pigeon-toed, not being positioned. I have my weights in a circle around. You could do this with 1 5-pound weight or no weights. You could hold a can or a book, but circling around, mobilizing, really 3-dimensional movement through your fascia, right? We have forward, side, maybe a little up and down, change direction. Find a pattern to your breathing that makes sense with your movement. Last one. And then come in. If you have 2 weights, we're going to arms open. Just bend your elbows slightly. Let's actually cross and then open it out and then cross the other way. If your weights are heavy, don't do this. If your weights are light, go for it. So you're narrowing and crossing, opening it out, narrowing and crossing, opening it out, letting your arms alternate which one goes on top. Exhale, close, inhale, open. I want to talk a little bit more about the coherence. So if we're like upregulation, when we're more excited or maybe nervous or anxious, it's usually breath is up here, and there's maybe more emphasis on the inhale. And when we're down regulating, relaxing, maybe depressed, the emphasis is more down and the exhale is longer. So for us to get into that down regulation, and see, I just did that up regulation and I got the hiccups. I have to really relax my diaphragm to make them go away. Slow, long exhales are going to down regulate us. And that theta breath, it's a great way to extend your exhale. Soft, gentle hiss, like steam radiating out of a radiator or steam out of your own body. Like, oh, I can just let go. I don't need to be all, whatever, freaked out about something. Whatever that might be, I can't imagine. Let's come on to our hands and knees. You're going to take, do we want to do this hands and knees? Let's do it hands and knees. We may switch to elbows. We'll see. You're going to take one leg out behind you. You're going to lift it up, carry it out to the side, and then lower down. Lift it to the side, carry it out behind you, and lower. Back to the side and lower. Side to the back and lower. Up, carry it to the side. Drop it, up, back, down. 4 more. So 2 more. Last one. Bring it, let's take your knees back. Circle your pelvis down towards the floor and then back, just releasing your hips and lower back. Torso mobilizing. Relax your belly. change direction. This is the break before we do the other side. And it's onesie weather. It's warm up here. I saw somebody in the backyard wearing a onesie, my neighbor, and I was like, I need to go shopping for some onesies. And then I remembered, I have a bunch of them. Just go get one of your own. So I went upstairs and put on my onesie. All right, taking your leg, other leg, up as high as it can go, carry it to the side and down. Up to the back and down. Up, side, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 9, because I think I did between 8 and 10 on the other side. So last one. This time we're going to do a different stretch for the hips and back. We're going to take it to a downward dog, bend one knee, bend the other. Look under your armpit. And then taking it forward into a plank, one leg up off the floor, going 1, 2, same leg, 3, 4, 5. This could be a forearm plank, 6, 7, 8, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back to your downward dog. Walk your feet and hands a little closer together, but try to take your head between your hands. I'll just show you. Hands are going to be like this in a diamond shape. The tighter the diamond, the harder it is, the more open, the easier. We're going to do these push-ups where you're trying to put your head to the floor in between your hands. So you can do this with bent knees or straight legs, but hands are close to your feet, so you're almost in a handstand. Off we go. Going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and come down. Taking your hands on your knees. So you're going to wrap your fingers around the front of your knee. This is so that you can elongate your wrist. So your hands kind of like that. Just pull, curl your spine, relax your head and neck. And then you're going to keep that long. So your wrist is long here. You're not wrapped around from the wrist. The wrist is long. Pull your chest up and through. Breathe into it. And then come in and let's do a side plank in and out thing. So side plank, forearm and knee. Knee is on the floor, forearm is on the floor, lower leg is on the floor. We're going to reach back and then fold it in. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Open, close. Arch, curl. 4 more. 3, 2. Last one. Drop it down, swing it around to the other side. Same thing. Forearm underneath you. You know what? You could do this without even lifting your hip off the floor. So feel free to make this your own, especially in the privacy of your own home. Exhale, close, inhale, open. The Pilates police are nowhere near the building. Two more. And come down. And yeah, so we want to make sure that we're cross-training, that we're doing a lot of different types of movement. And that's why, like in my classes, we keep changing things up. There are some things that I come back to a lot, but there's a lot of new things every time so that our bodies aren't like getting locked into a system, but there's newness and freshness. So let's do this. We haven't done it in a long time. Sitting cross-legged, can I do it? Yes, I can sit cross-legged, stretching from side to side. Open it up, other side. For those of you who don't know, it's because I had a knee injury and I couldn't sit cross-legged for a while. I actually did some electrostim on my knee last night, which was just really weird. I have like a home machine circling the whole way around. Did it feel better afterwards? It wasn't really feeling bad in the first place. I was like, I just want to do extra healings for it. And then I did my shoulders and it was so interesting. Like it does this pull and then pull and release, like that pumping of the muscles where it engages them and then releases them is very weird to feel. And come up. We're going to undo it. Give your legs a little break. Rotate in and out. Easy and loose. Switch it so your non-dominant leg is in front. Oh my goodness, I can even do a cross-legged position. I must be much better because this hurt before. So that electric stim could be helping. We're just going to circle the whole way around, going a little slower this time. Side stretch, inner body. Make sure your butt's connected to the floor. Take it down over your knee. Breathe. Taking it forward. Other knee. Side stretch. And inhale, open. Okay, now I'm not going to poke the bear. I am going to go back, but I'm going to straighten that leg out. Sideways. Over your leg. Into the center. Other leg. Side stretch. And inhale, blossom open. Let's take it all the way. We're going to do a little bit of exercise. So do this at whatever level feels good to you. Let's see how it goes. I'm going to make it up as I go along. We're going to start in a forearm plank. So forearm plank, you're going to come down to the floor all the way. Inhale, lift, open it up, fly. Bring your hands back, curl your toes under, forearm plank. One hand, the other hand into regular plank, take it back down, and then down to the floor. Reach out and up, lift, fly. Into a forearm plank, lift up your pelvis. One hand, the other hand, bring it back down. Pelvis to the floor, radiate out, open and lift. Elbows down, lift up your pelvis. One hand, the other hand. Try to alternate which side is dominating. Take it down, radiate out. This time we're going to bring our hands and legs together. Open them wide. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, hands next to your chest. Arch up. Bring it back down. Elbows on the floor. Curl your toes under. Pick your pelvis up. Breathe. Bring it up. Take it back down. Pelvis down to the floor. You're going to come all the way down this time. We're going to do this slightly differently. Working on the internal and external rotation in your rotator cuff. You're going to take your palms up and then palms up here. Palms up in front, palms up and back. If you want, you can lift your legs and get a rock going. If that feels good. You can also just keep it easier. Take your hands next to your chest, arch all the way up, take it back. Yeah, I feel like there's tremendous benefit from most versions of each exercise. So sometimes everyone thinks, I want to do the hardest version, but that's not always the wisest choice. I'm going to curl up onto the crown of my head and then take it back into a child's pose. You can stay in child's pose if you want. And let's come onto our sides. Yeah, I'm still ginger about my knee. I'm like, I can go into child's pose, but I don't want to hang out there very long. So always listen to your body, right? Do less, do more, whatever it is that you need to do. Okay, we're going to do this whole series. So starting parallel with flexed feet, everything happens in fours. The first set is low. Your legs are straight down below you. So you're not in that Pilates pike. You are in an aligned leg. Flexed foot, parallel, 1. Low leg, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex and turn it out. Low leg, 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes, 1, 2, 3, 4. Flex and turn it in. Low leg. Internally rotate from the hip socket. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1. Try to keep that internal rotation. 3, 4. And relax. Tap it out. Let it go. We're going to do big kicks up the side. I'm going to flex up and point down. Turned out leg. Big kick up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll do 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now for the fun part, the bottom leg. Nope, we lost someone. I think it's, anyway, let's take one leg behind, the other one is parallel or in front. You can either go in front or behind, really up to you. Try to keep your hips fairly square. Parallel leg, flex foot, bottom leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's supposed to be 4s, not 8s. I got distracted because Susan left. Okay. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Take it down onto your back. Open it up. Lots of imperfections today. I'm modeling how to be imperfect and get on with it anyway. Oh. Bring it in, roll up, switch it over to the other side. Starting with the top leg. Legs are straight down below you. Flex feet, 4s. Flex foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it in. Flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to turn it out. Flex, kicking high up behind your shoulder. Going 1. Point down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leg behind you, bottom leg. I feel like I have a mosquito bite on there. It's that time, right? Mosquitoes are out. Into parallel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1. Legs right underneath you. You're not piking. 4. Turn it in. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it out. Flexed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tippy toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pointed toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And relax. Roll it onto your back. Open it into a big straddle. Stretch it out. Breathe. Wiggle around. Do whatever you need to do. Okay. We're going to do more hamstrings. So pelvis is up, hands down by your side. Slide your feet out as far as you can slide them out and have your feet still be on the floor. And there, you're going to pull forward and backward on the diagonal. So you're moving, feel your hamstrings firing up. Then you're going to do it with flexed feet. If you start to cramp, just come down and relax. Woo! Yeah, that took about 1 second. Hello, hamstrings. Shake it out, let it go, jiggle it all up. Make sure you drink enough water and have like bananas and potatoes, things that have potassium in them, magnesium. Like you need those. I think it's potassium that they say the cramping thing might have something to do. And in my case, I think it's because I had coffee and not enough water. So we're going to go again. It's actually harder for me when my feet are flat or connected to the floor. So I'm going to do about 10, and then I'm going to flex and do about 10 more. Long through my torso. I'm doing more than 10 because I feel like this is warming up that part of my back. Release. Bring it all the way down. Take your knees in, slow rolling from side to side. Let that massage out your back. If you need to do something different, then do it. Listen to your body. If you feel your body saying, I want to do something in movement, there's a very good chance that you should do that thing, right? So listen to your body. Like, I need to spiral, I need to stretch my quad, whatever it is. And then let's just go with one leg up, hamstring stretch. Can be a gentle stretch, maybe not your most intense. Circle your foot one way, circle it the other. Switch it out, other side. And then shake it all out, shake it out. Release. We're going to go back up one more time. This time heels are fairly close to your butt. Press your pelvis up. You can interlace your hands behind your butt, walk your shoulders close together. Take a big breath into your lungs. Inhale, knees open wide. Exhale, knees touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, back to center, parallel. You can walk your feet in if you need to. Heels off the floor. Lower your heels. Pick up your toes. Lower your toes. Heels lift, lower, just the toes. So not flexing my foot and just flexing up my toes. Toes down. Heels up, heels down. Toes up, toes down. Heels up, heels down. Toes. Heels, toes, heels, toes. Two more. Up and toes. Last one. Up and toes. Release, open, open, open. Take it all the way down. Anytime we're working our toes, we're going to be working our calf and our shin, right? Like you can see, can you see it there? I get in the light, maybe this leg. Let's try it here. My tibialis anterior firing up. There you go. There you can see it a little bit. Not sure, like this is not the highest quality video. So for people in TV land, maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. Let's come up, hands behind you on the floor, fingers pointing front or side or back, whatever feels good to you. Press it up, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're going to take your butt to the floor, turn your hand out, reach one hand to the ceiling and press up. Drop your butt down. The other hand comes down, press it up, bring it down. It could be going back. It could be going to the side. Pushing into the floor. Front of the pelvis opening up. One more time each side. This could easily turn you into a downward dog. So either take it to your downward dog or don't. Heels high, heels low. Pressing up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bending your knees towards the floor, but don't touch down. 1, tail to the ceiling, stretch your body. 2, 3, 4, 5, long back. 6, we're going for 8, 7, 8, walk your feet in, roll it up through your spine, come all the way up to the top, all the way up to standing. Give yourself a second. Since we've been in that forward fold, all the blood in our head, it may be like, oh, I'm dizzy. You can do this with the wall or not. We're going to do a quad stretch up here. So heel in towards your butt. From that position, you can gently turn in and turn out, or you can do this balancing, right? That's also fine. And then switch it to the other side. You can do that turning in and turning out, moving from your hip socket, feeling the tissue in your leg, getting a little more three-dimensional movement than just the pull this way. Release, we're gonna do it one more time. This time, you're gonna kick into that foot. I'm gonna use the cat tower, reach it out and up. So I can get very parallel here, or I can turn it out, take it up higher. I'm totally using the cat tower and loving it. So feel free to use the wall, use something to help you stand. I'm gonna use my wobbly chair on this side. Same thing here. Kicking it out and up. And release. Come in, shake it all out. Jiggle. Relax your inner body. And let's come to the last end with some more breathing. This time, we're going to do the opposite breathing. So we're going to do a 6 count, but we're going to exhale up and inhale down. So let's just start with an inhale for 6 counts with your hands down. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, arms up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale up. 2, 3, 4. Grounding your energy. 6. Exhale down, getting taller. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the exhale. 5, 6. Inhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sometimes it's hard to change the pattern, right? And it's not that one is necessarily always better than the other. We want to be able to have variety and do both types of patterning in our body. So anyone in TV land who has come, oops, what's going on? My computer's doing weird things. There we go. Oh my God, computers just do weird things. What can we say? If you're in TV land, like, subscribe, share the love. And that's it. I'm going to end the live stream. Thank you so much.